Hi everyone, this is Fiona from howtobechic.com, and I thought I would do a video post for my blog today, and it's because I had a reader request from a nice lady called Stephanie, and she wanted to hear more about how I have transitioned from working in a normal job or a business that we had as well. I did have a normal job, and then my husband and I opened a business, and we sold that to move, and now I am working as a full-time at-home, work-from-home writer, and it's my dream life. I'm so happy to be doing it, and I have been doing this self-supporting for a couple of years now, but it's been the last year and a half that I have not been going to work every day. So I thought, let's chat about that today. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them in the comments as well. So how it started out for me is that I've always wanted to write. I've always loved reading, and I've always wanted to be a writer. And so I did write, but because it was hard to get published, I never took it very far. I wrote things, started books, and then I did even go so far sometimes as to contact an agent or look into how to get published, but it wasn't easy, and agents that I talked to said they weren't taking on any writers. And I'm in New Zealand, which is tiny. It's 4.5 million people. So what kind of an audience would there be for my books, which are quite niche about living a chic life on a small budget? So I put it to one side and just carried on with my life. I went to my office job, and then the internet happened, and people started blogs, and I thought, oh, I can have my own little place to write. So I started my own blog. Before my blog at howtobechic.com, I had another blog before that called La Vie en Fifi, and that was a little bit of a mix of French chic and my family photos. So I decided to start afresh a couple of years after I started that blog, and I think it was 2010 I started howtobechic.com, and it was just a place where I could just be as flowery and as flossy as I liked. And if you can hear noises, that's my little dogs racing around. Yeah. So I could write and be as just airy-fairy as I liked, and talk about all the pretty things that I loved and how to live in a chic way. And people around the world found me, the same kind of people that I am. And probably if you're watching this video, you're like that as well. And you like to live in a beautiful way, to live elegantly but simply, and just make the most of sort of what you've got already, but embellish it without, bankrupting yourself. Can I just show you? Oh, it's Chloe. she's Chloe bombing me. Oh, don't do that. Okay, back to my story, Chloe. Yes, I know you're lovely. Right, so I was writing my blog and meeting lovely people, and then I started noticing, this thing called self-publishing. Jennifer L. Scott did it, of Madame Chic, Daily Connoisseur, and Denise Duffield-Thomas. Someone put me onto her videos, and she'd self-published her 2 books, and I thought, wow, here's something I can do. I can actually keep on writing my book that was half written. That was my book that was based on the blog series 30 Chic Days, and I took that 30 Chic Days series and I didn't just copy it into a book format, but I made a whole new series which were like 30 chapters, and I had been writing that book and really enjoying writing it, but didn't think that it would ever get published. So then when I had the opportunity, that it seemed quite simple to self-publish, I mean, not easy, but simple, like anyone could do it if they wanted to put the time in, that I got very excited, and that's where it all started for me, really. And it does take a lot of guts to put your book out there, because so many of us think, who am I to write a book? Are people going to think it's stupid? I don't have enough experience in writing. I've never taken a writing course. And are people going to read it and laugh at me because it really is, you're putting your insides out on display and showing it to people. But I guess a blog's like that as well. So I did that, and that was exactly 2 years ago that I published 30 Chic Days, and it's been really successful. So I'm very, very happy and very grateful for that. It still sells every day, like copies sell every day, either on Kindle or print copy, paperback. And I've had, funnily enough, traditional publishers in other countries ask me if they can translate my book and pay me for it. Russia and Lithuania. My Lithuanian copy is already out. I have some copies sitting on my shelf at home, and the Russian copy is not far away because I think it's pretty far through the translation process, and I've approved the cover, which is really pretty. So that will be out as well in Russian. So my day-to-day life now that I work from home, it's like I'm a happy homemaker who writes books. That's sort of what my thing is. I have a really simple and lovely life at home where I write quite a lot and do my computer work, like my Instagram and Facebook and that kind of thing. And I also I potter and make the house lovely. I cook nice meals, and because my husband works 6 days a week at the moment, so he's quite busy and doesn't get home till about maybe 6 o'clock most nights. So I have dinner ready for him, and I do the laundry and that kind of thing, and I just really am so grateful because I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home dog mum and cat mum. I'm so grateful that I could do that, but also I can sort of have a job at the same time, and that kind of job is fabulous for me because I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to drive anywhere in the morning. I don't have to have co-workers because I'm a happy introvert who enjoys my own company, and I can chat to you, but I'm at home with my dogs and my cats here, my 2 rescue dogs, my 2 rescue cats, and I get to have lunch with a book and just enjoy this life that we've planned for, my husband and I have planned for. If you read my blog, you'll know that we moved from Auckland to Hawke's Bay, where I grew up, and I lived in Auckland for 17 years. My husband was born there, so he's lived there all his life, apart from when he lived in Melbourne and London, when he moved overseas for a few years. And we now just live such a peaceful and quiet life, and have met lovely new friends here, and it's worked out fabulously, so I couldn't be happier. And part of it, I guess part of me being able to be happy at home and be a happy housewife is, and I don't know, I feel a bit weird saying happy housewife because housewife sort of has bad connotations, like, I don't know, pinned down or something, but I'm really, really happy because I love the traditional homemaking thing, and I love sort of, I guess, the traditional husband and wife roles, but I also like that in this day and age we can do things for ourselves as well and have a sort of, I guess it's a career like this where you can do it your own way. You don't have to either be somebody that has to be given money, and I guess that's not a great thing to say either, because to me income is household income, whether it's who it's earned by, like each party contributes to the household. But for me it feels really good to be able to have my books that people buy, and so I get income into the account each month as well. And really it all started with thinking, what would it be like? Could I have the guts to put my books out there and write and actually put them up on Amazon with a price on them? Because a lot of us are shy to do that. Like, we're happy to work in a job for somebody else and be paid a salary or a wages, But it is quite a different feeling altogether to actually ask for money, basically, be self-employed and be in business. Yeah. So I encourage you, if any of this has resonated with you, to dream about what could be. And if you're in a job and don't want to be in a job, think about how could I, work in my most desired way of working. Because for me, I've always loved being at home, and some days I don't even leave the gate. It might be 1 or 2 days that I don't even go anywhere. I'm just at home, and it's perfect for me. But for you, you might be more social, and you might choose to do the kind of work that you are in a shared workspace. So it's not that you have to do it a certain way. These days, you can choose, and all it takes is seeing other people around you do it and thinking, and they don't have to be people that you know, because nobody I know does what I do. I only know about this from people that I've seen on the internet and read their blogs and seen their YouTube channels. So I got sort of evidence from that it was possible for a normal person. You don't have to be fancy, you don't have to be really outgoing and extroverted. You can do it in any way that suits you. And whenever I get myself a bit wound up that I'm not doing enough, or maybe I should, Instagram more often, or do some more videos. Lots of people ask me for videos, but I don't know, sometimes I just like to hide away at home behind my keyboard and write my books. But that's okay. You can do it any way you like, and that's the really cool thing. And crazy enough, the way you do it will be perfect for you. It's not that there's any one way of doing things. Yes, so back to what I was just saying. Start with that big exciting vision and think, if I could just wave a magic wand, as Brian Tracy says, the magic wand technique, if I could just wave a magic wand and create any kind of scenario that I wanted for me to live my dream life and earn an income, what would my job be if it could be perfect? And think about that. I mean, for me, it was, I'd love to just write books and be at home. And that's what I'm doing now. And if you are into writing, if you think I would love to write, I have a free series of emails, Writer's Encouragement, where I share with you a lot of tips on how I got started and my favourite free resources. And I also have a workshop, an audio workshop that is, what did I call it? It's about all the blocks that stop us from writing, even though we think we'd love to write a book, but we don't. And I asked a lot of people just like you, it was maybe 8 months ago, what their biggest block to writing a book was, and quite a few, maybe 300 or 400 people were on my email list at the time, my Writer's Encouragement list, and quite a few wrote back and told me their blocks, why they couldn't write a book and hadn't written a book already. And I realised that there was a lot of common themes, so I put an audio workshop together addressing those and giving you tips on how to easily overcome them. And sometimes just knowing that other people feel the same way, that's enough to think, well, I'm not unique in my issues, so why not have a go at writing a book? And so in these emails you will receive tips and encouragement, and a lot of ladies have written to me and said that they've actually started writing their books or started a blog, which is really cool. Yeah, and that's free. So the link will be with this video, because it's like a long link that I can't remember saying to you, like I wouldn't remember it in my mind. Yeah. So check out the link if you like that, and with this video, if you have any questions, please let me know and I will answer them. And it's been lovely connecting with you today. I'm at my home in Hawke's Bay, and this is our living room. We've just had it painted dark, so can you see that? It's quite pretty? It's our new cabinet from the auction, and this is our view with 2 dogs. Sorry, it's a bit wobbly. That's our view. So it's rather nice. It's winter here at the moment. Got the fire going in the other room. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to finish this video and upload it, and I'm going to also go do some writing. So I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. It's been lovely chatting with you. I am Fiona Ferris, and I'm from howtobechic.com. See you next time.